have doubts.
Sure. So here, so if you open this, right? So these are called keywords. These
Okay.
steps are keywords. So it's called keyword-driven test. Okay.
Keyword-driven test.
Keyword-driven. It's
Okay.
in the UFT world. It is called a keyword-driven, or you're gonna hear this term keywords, because these are more like a keywords. Open browser, navigate to URL, set text. You are not doing any scripting.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here you
Okay.
are picking out the keyword. If I can add one more step here manually, web UI keyword, right?
Mhm,
Because it's a
mhm,
web, so I can pick additional things. So it will add it here. It's a
okay.
keyword.
Mhm.
Okay, keyword is nothing but it's an instruction to and it generates the script in the back end. Okay,
Generate the script in the
yeah,
backend. Okay.
whenever you insert a new tab, if I
Mhm.
go to the script view here, I should see something corresponding to that, like accept error.
Oh.
Okay, if I remove it from here, if I go here, hopefully that step is gone. See, it's gone.
Oh.
So it's just a different views that you are
Mhm.
doing, like close browser. If I delete it from the script, if I go to the manual, it will be gone. See, it's gone.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I can put it back here, Control Z, and if I go back to manual, it's added.
Oh.
Again, it's a different view. The
Different.
software has it
Mhm.
because you are not familiar with the scripting. You are dealing with the keyword view, where you can record and play. Record when you record it, it automatically generates these tabs for you, which are nothing but keywords or script in the backend.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, when you talk about the data driven, so when you supply the data files
Mhm.
to your steps, it
Mhm.
becomes a data driven steps. So it will execute the test case 3 times, 5 times, or let's say you created another data file here,
Mhm.
right? For
Mhm.
the data entry of the dealer. And that
Okay.
one will be inputted into the actual data entry. So it becomes your data driven test case at that point.
Oh, okay.
Instead of
Got
hard
it.
coding, basically. Otherwise, how would you supply the data, right? So if you want to supply different things every time, then you have to create the data files at that point. And your test case will become data driven.
Data-driven.
Yeah. Okay. That's all. That's all it is for just a different terminology
Oh,
they are
okay.
using.
Oh.
Okay. Now, I was going to talk about the test suite, right? So
Mhm.
test suite. Let me go get rid of this one. Okay. So now, since you are executing one by one every
Mhm.
test case, right? But you can generally create a test suite here. Okay. So right click, next test suite. Let's say this one are flown test or whichever one. Let's say loan calculator super user. Maybe let's do login ones, right? So
Okay.
login test suite. So I have two test cases right now: dealers user login and super user login.
Oh,
Okay.
you can put all the login stuff here.
All the login one in there. It's a matter of organizing and executing together, right?
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
That's all it is. Now, as soon as I do that, create this test suite. Now on the right side, it pops up this different window. Okay. So here I can click on add and I can pick, okay, which one I want to execute together. So both
Yes, okay.
login ones I can execute.
Mhm.
Okay. And click OK and it sits there basically, right? So at this
Mhm.
point, I'm done. I can actually run this right from the same way, basically, and execute one by one. Okay. So here
Mhm.
I can select which one I want to run, which one if I don't, if I have multiple test cases, I want to run only few, then I
Mhm.
can check the one that I don't want to run. Okay. But normally it will be enabled by default, both of them, basically. Okay. So it ran, actually, hang on, where did it go? Okay. So it ran one.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah, it's running the test suite, right? You see
Yeah.
here, instead of test cases, it's showing me test suite here.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a matter of organizing and running it
Oh,
in
okay.
together. That's all it is. So it
So
will run.
you can put any test cases over there, or it should be
Well, you
matched
can
with
put
each
it, but
other.
what's logically you want to run, right? So you just need to think about how you want to organize your runs in the
Oh,
test
okay.
suite. So that you, so if there are 5 login scenarios,
Mm-hmm.
I can create a one test suite called login test suite, and I can pull all 5 like dealer, user, super user, ref user,
Yeah.
all those
Oh,
5,
okay.
and run it
Mm-hmm.
together like
Mm.
this.
So it's kind of like a folder
Yeah,
containing same type.
yeah, it's kind of like you can think it that way. But it's just like you want to execute the functionality together so that it
Yeah.
will keep on running, basically. See, now it's
Yeah.
running the S training one for me. When both are done, then you are good. Then you will say, yep, my test suite passed. That means the complete functionality is working for login. Then you move on to the second one, loan calculator. So if you have positive scenario, negative scenario, you have a bunch of test cases, you create another test suite called login calculator,
Mm-hmm.
and do you pull in all those loan calculator one into there.
So I can put the valid data and invalid data
Yeah, valid,
together in the
invalid,
suite.
everything. Yep, that is
Oh,
correct.
okay. I will try
Yeah.
that.
And let it run, and you let it run, and then if all passes, your functionality is
Yeah.
working as expected.
Okay.
Individually, you can run it, right?
Uh-huh.
We learn the individual
Yeah.
one by
Mhm.
running one by one, but
Mhm.
instead of that, you just run the test suite.
Mm. Yeah.
Yep. So there's nothing else to the test suite. That's how you can organize your test cases and run it together.
And
Okay.
I saw another one like Excel sheet I did by attaching like download and attach. There is another one CSV. So it's like
Yeah.
a similar.
Yeah. So you guys are familiar with the CSV?
I
You
don't
guys know
know
what it is?
CSV.
Okay. So let me show you what CSV looks like. So I'm opening up Excel right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to create CSV. You guys need to get familiar with what the different data format looks like. Okay, so here I'm just going to put loan amount and the monthly payment, right? That's what we have, loan amount
Yeah.
and monthly payment. Okay.
Yeah.
Now loan amount is 1,000, then monthly payment is 30, 2,000, then 60, 1,500, and 45. Okay, so I can save this. So let me go and save it. And let me go to temp, and let's say, what is that?
Valid loan
Valid
amount.
data, right?
Yeah,
Valid
valid data.
loan data.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saving it as Excel file. Okay, right now. So it's Excel spreadsheet. It's all good, right? Now what I can do is I can save as. There are a bunch of options here, and I can save as CSV format as well.
Oh.
Okay, so CSV. Okay, when I click on save.
So when you are saving it, you have to change into the CSV file.
CSV. Yep.
Okay.
And I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so see, let me go to the temp. This is where I saved. C temp. Okay, and let's see if I can find it. Right. So this one says Microsoft Excel, comma, separated values file, valid load data. This valid load data is Excel worksheet. Okay, so I'm going to open this one, first one, CSV file into Notepad. So I'll right click on it. And let's see if I get more options and say open with WordPad or choose another app. And here, hopefully I can find Notepad. Yep, there you go, Notepad. Notepad is nothing but simple text formatting, right? So you see, it is saved just like this. It's a comma separated. Okay. So values are separated, columns are separated by comma. That's why the name came from comma separated values. This is what it is. So if I add this, let's say if I add 3,000, I can add 90. Okay, I'm going to save it. Valid save. Okay. So generally, I mean, this type of files, you can save it as a .txt, CSV, doesn't matter. but you should be able to save whatever the format is. Yep, CSV already exists. I'll say, yep, leave it there.
Mhm.
Oh, because I have it open in Excel, that's why. Okay. So that's why it's complaining. Okay, now it's saved. So again, I open in the Excel. I can open in the Excel, or I can just open with Notepad. Notepad, I'll see the same values, right? 4 values. Or I can go ahead and open this one with Excel. And it will show up something like this. Okay. Now, when you save something in, so if I have something, right? Let's say I color it nice way. So yellow, whatever, right? And when I try to save it, it will save it. But when I try to save as CSV, all the formatting will be gone. Okay. So I close out, and when I come back here, open again, those formatting is no longer there, right? Because it's a CSV file. It doesn't store any formatting. Okay. So let's see if I open in Excel. Hopefully I won't see any formatting here. That's the only difference. Okay. CSV comma separated file. Excel is Excel file. So when you come here, you say data files, new test data.
Test data.
And here you have option of CSV file. And say loan calculator input CSV. Okay. So I open that and I browse to the file. Temp. Let's see, star.csv. Hopefully it will show up. Yep, valid loan data is showing up here.
Star.csv. Okay.
Yeah, because it has always it has extension of .csv. Okay, this is what the extension is.
Sorry, I'm asking silly questions.
No, that's fine. I mean, but you guys need to get familiar with this format anyway. So I selected that file, and it says comma separated value files, right? It says here .csv. Okay, because it recognizes it's a CSV. All right, and here separator is comma by default. Okay, in the data files section. Now there can be other tab, semicolon, and other things as well. Okay, so what it means is there. If I open this file again, let me open with Notepad, and I have separated as this thing.
Semicolon.
Doesn't have to be comma. Okay, it's a semicolon.
Yeah.
But then I had to have semicolon everywhere. Okay, when I save it and when I come back here, I need to change this separator to semicolon so that I can read this file properly. Okay, so that's what it is. So now it refreshes basically. If I say comma, it doesn't recognize it because there is no comma there, right? If I change to tab, it doesn't recognize. But as soon as I say semicolon, it will create 2 different columns. And then I can save it and use it just like what we did earlier, basically, with the data values.
So how important is the data files? Like, do we actually need them, or could we just like?
Yes, you will most likely you will end up using Excel type of format. Some type of data you're gonna store in the Excel and supply to your test case. Again, it goes back to the scenario. But if you have what is a lot of data values to enter, you probably don't want to hard code. Like hard coding meaning I come here and I type in G training and training. I don't want to do that, right? Because this is hard coded here. Instead of that, so if I'm using my 50 test cases are using G training and training everywhere hard coded, so I need to go and update 50 test cases if the password changes, right? Instead of that, you supply that, create a data file called user ID password, and read it from there and supply it here, basically. Just like what we did in the data binding wise, right?
So like, So we don't ever have to change the G training, the password. We could just keep it that
Yeah,
code.
you
Right?
just update the Excel spreadsheet and that's it. It's applied everywhere.
All
The
right.
change. Yeah. So that's a reusability, and it helps you maintain your code or test scripts easily, right? Because you don't have to go and change anything here. You have to go and change your data here,
Yeah.
and you are done. Or add another row. Something new comes up, right? You just add a new row here, and
Mhm.
it automatically feeds into your test case.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important. Okay.
Yeah, one is just internal data, Excel sheet, then CSV, then another one, I think SQL or something. It's written there.
Yeah. So you can pull the data from the SQL. So let's say here, loan calculator SQL. Okay.
Yeah.
And so here, oh, I think I created a wrong type here. So I'm going to get rid of that. Okay. So I'm going to add a new test data. And here I need to select the database data. Okay. So loan calculator SQL. So now it will prompt me, hey, where is your data? What are you doing, right? So
Yeah.
it will ask me for editing the query. Obviously, it will say use the database connection string. So you need to find. Now, for this one, you need to have username, password, and so forth. See if I have anything. But I don't have anything right now configured, but let me see. This is what we are using. So let's see if I have SQL Server running on my machine. Let me see if I can connect. Then I should be able to connect here. So give it a minute to open that up. But all essentially what it will do is whatever query you will write,
Mhm.
it will connect the database here and start read the query based on the table that you specified. Okay, that's all it's doing. So I have, see if I can connect. Let me make sure my services are up. SQL Server is running. Oh, it is not. So I just started the SQL Server because it runs chews up a lot of memory. So I generally stop it. Okay, now it connected, right? So localhost is the only one that I needed, and my Windows username password. So if I go back here, let me try one more thing here. Connecting localhost with the SQL Server authentication and see if it connects. Because I need the username and password. Okay, so I think I got the password as well. Okay, so I'm putting it in, then my driver, whatever database name is, local host. My database, so my server name is localhost. What is my database? Let me find rflow. Okay, so it's my database name, DB name is rflow. So I'm going to test it. Okay, connection URL sample. Yeah, the JDBC driver is required. So I don't have JDBC driver installed. And so I'm not sure if I can connect without having that. But essentially, it's the same thing, right? Once you connect to the database, then your query should run without any problem. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have JDBC driver, proper driver for connection. So okay.
So other than the data files and like the test suites, where else is SQL and database required? Like, where do we need to know when and where to use SQL?
So I mean, SQL is used on your during the testing, right? I mean, if something is saved or not. If you have access to the SQL, you can write a simple query here, right? Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna perform your test case, manual testing on in the application. But did it really saved or not? And does it save properly in the database or not? That's where you write the SQL query just to validate that basically information.
Okay, so basically just to do the test case, you can do
Yeah,
the test
testing.
case with a
Right,
SQL,
right.
right? Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So here, select star from dealers, right? And let's say you are working on a shop ID number 1. So this is what you can write and verify. Hey, did it generate it for a proper franchise number? All the data values got populated properly or not in my table? Because when you click save, you don't know what's got saved, right? You will get a success message, but you can come back to the table and say, yep, okay, it looks like everything is filled in. Because sometimes developers do not save certain things. Maybe number of employees didn't get saved. So you will see 0 or null something instead of 40 over there. So that's the backend testing. So that's something definitely will help you for that.
And you just put it in the Jira, just like how you do other test cases, right?
You mean the SQL queries?
Yeah.
No, SQL queries you always run into the SQL Studio, right? That's what you guys installed as well on your machine.
Are you talking about the SOAP UI and the rest?
No, SOAP UI and REST is different. This is another tool that we talked earlier, Management Studio.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
guys
okay.
installed it, but then we ask you to use the W3 schools for practice.
Oh, okay. I see.
Right?
Yeah.
Go to the W3 schools and run the queries because that's what you need to learn.
Yeah. Okay.
For SQL Server, this is where you will run it. But if you are dealing with the Oracle database, then you will have a different tool. It will look completely different. If you are dealing with the MySQL database, it will have its own tool. But your query does not change. You still need to run the syntax wise, it doesn't change database to database. It's
okay.
always same. Yeah.
Okay. So when I was practicing, I didn't know what I was going to use it for. Okay. So now I know that this is what we're supposed to download. Okay. I got you.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Arsul, can you send us this table so that we can try?
Yes. I owe you that. I know you sent me email. I keep forgetting that, but I'll
That's
send
okay.
you.
I'll keep reminding you. Don't worry.
Yeah. And you can restore it. Okay. I'll send you the copy of the database and you can restore it. And I'll put a small video for you to follow instruction as well.
Thank you, Arsul. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. So I'm assuming you guys had a practice, right? You guys had to complete certain test cases. Did you guys complete any of those? Do you have, I mean, what we discussed in the class, were you guys able to complete them?
Yes, but when we try to everything is gone and we try to upgrade it to 8.5.
Everything is gone.
Yeah. I
What do you
couldn't
mean?
able to, no, I couldn't able to see whatever the test cases I worked on.
Okay, you need to log in again using the same user ID and password. Now, since you are working with the 8.4 studio, right? So I'm assuming you guys have both 8.51 and 8.4.1 versions on your machine. So you're supposed to work with the 8.4.1. And you just double click the Katalon and that's it. There is no installation. So as long as you are here, you should be able to open that up, your project. Unless you did not save it. When you created the test case and you forgot to click save, then it will not save it. So if you add a new test case, right? New test case, test. Now, if you don't save it, it will highlight here. Okay. Well, nothing at this point, but if you go and record something, so let's come here, record our flow. Now you save, click record. And if you start putting your steps here, stop recording, save script. Okay. So make sure you save it here. I think by default, it will not save it. Maybe sometime it does. So looks like it's saving for me, but if you don't save it, I think it will cause an issue for you.
Yeah, mine is saved, I guess. I didn't save, but it is there. So I was lucky.
Yeah. So as long as you have saved, I think that then you're good.
Yeah, you have to save it all the time.
Yeah. That's what I think it was prompting me during the class as well. So
Uh,
assuming, or if I add a new step here, let's see. Yeah, it's when you modify something, looks like it automatically saves during the recording, but as soon as you do something else, it will ask you to save it later on. So if I do something here, then I have to click on save. Otherwise, it will not save. Okay.
So can we learn the bug report link into Jira? How to do it?
You can do it from here. Okay.
You
That's
cannot.
no, you can. I don't think it's feasible from here, but I'll show you from the board. Board
Okay.
meaning, let's go here. So I'm going to the Arflon. Sorry. What is it? Katalon. Okay.
Katalon.
So I'm going to the Katalon
Mhm,
and I'm going to my account.
mhm.
Okay. So here I can see certain things. Let me make sure I'm on the right account here. So I created, so after the class, what I did is, because this is a brand new, okay, so there are a lot of new features they added in the Katalon platform. So I created a brand new account that I'm using here, which will give you a lot more things. Okay, but let me come here. That talk about the test ops. So you need to go to the Katalon test ops. Okay. Oh, hang on. All right. Okay, I have my organization. Give me a second. I'm just trying to figure out test cloud. Platform trial, 2 projects. Okay, let's go to the projects here. Okay, so I have to, so there is a dashboard type of thing, view all projects. Let me find the specific one. Yeah, I'm still getting familiar with this new approach they have.
Mm.
Okay, so I just opened my Arflon project. Now here on this project dashboard, okay, I have 2 projects. I think most of you will have first project, right?
Mhm.
That's the only project you have. But
Mhm.
here I created a brand new project called Arflon, and all my things, like all the test cases are tied to the project. But so here I can enable Jira integration. Okay.
Oh, okay.
From this dashboard, I can do that. Now, if I click on this, that's where it will take me to my Jira site. I need to supply where is my Jira server, what username I am logging in, what is the URL. So I need to have this information of supply so that I can enable the Jira connection.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's something that and you can do like a Jira add-on installation as well. It's a free based on what I read. It's a free installation, free app. They have it. So let me get it now.
But this one you can do it in the new version, like
Yeah, new
the
version. Yep.
8.5.
That is correct. That is correct.
Okay.
And
But-
if you are interested, I would suggest when your trial ends, right?
Okay.
or you want to create something from scratch, you can do that. Follow the steps. I think I sent you guys links for 2 videos.
Okay.
That has a step-by-step instruction because there is a lot more configuration you need to do. Okay, I think first video is 20 minutes. So there are a few things you need to configure with the GitHub and other things. And the second part is the studio configuration. You download the Katalon Studio and then you have to supply certain things in the Katalon Studio as well.
So my
Okay.
question is,
Yeah.
in the studio version, we cannot do the link to Jira.
That is
But
correct. That is
test-
correct. Yeah.
but
Yeah, I
we
think
have
this
to
is a
go
lot
to-
easier here on this version, the latest version, platform version.
The test ops.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Test ops.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Test
Got
ops.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So as long as you know the username, the Jira password, and the URL for the project,
Mhm.
then you should be able to connect and so forth. Or you can use Jira API key. I wouldn't worry about that because you may or may not have access to that Jira API key. So, but it sounds like they just completely changed the platform architecture. Okay, between 8.4, what is it, and 8.5. 8.5 looks like it's a major release for them. So you will see the release. You will, once you enable the Jira, then you will be able to see the releases, the user stories, your test cases, and a lot of things you can tie up afterwards. Okay, for the test. I think you should be able to look up, basically hook up here certain things as well. Test execution reports are enabled afterwards, and other things. So there is a lot to digest. I mean, I don't want you to go through other things, but focus on learning the studio because that's where you're gonna spend most of your time. Other things will be configured for you by someone else.
Oh, the bug report, we have to do it, right?
Yeah, but if you run it here, right? So I can see my test run, right? In the studio because it's connected. My studio, because I'm using 8.5.5.0 version. Okay, so this one links to my online profile logged in as Intellix September, which is connecting to my test ops here, which is connected to the test ops. So anything that I run, it is showing me, okay, what passed, what failed, how many times I ran it, what is my execution trend, and so forth. How much time it took it as well.
Okay.
So I can get all kind of reports from the online platform they have. Okay, so it shows me pass fail 7 days. Again, I just configured it yesterday and I sent you guys the videos, so I don't have much activity showing up here. Okay.
It's so organized. It looks good though.
Yes, but it's just a
Yeah.
brand new thing, right? So not many people has videos out there or anything, but this is something you guys definitely want to. I'll send you guys video if I put more videos on this particular platform. Okay.
Please
I'll
do
send
the
you guys
bug
link
report.
on
We
that.
want to see how
Yep,
we'll come here and how we'll do the
That's right.
bug report.
That's right. Yep.
Thank you. Harshit.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Certainly, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So come back here. Okay. Anything else that I think what we talked is kind of like 80% of the work or 90% of your work. Okay. With the
Yes,
test automation.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the sky's the limit. So as you learn the scripting side of things a little bit, that's where you can customize a little bit more, but you may not have to use it. So these tools are called like a codeless automation tool. Codeless. Okay. So codeless automation tools. So Katalon is one of the tools. So you haven't done any coding, right? So it's a zero code, basically, or scripting. You don't have to touch script. Okay, nothing you have to touch. Now, if you want to go certain scenarios, you may have to touch it, but so far you haven't touched anything, and you are still able to create your automation test, right? So that's why it's a low code or zero code, codeless automation tool. These tools are codeless. Okay, there's another tool called Tosca.
Tosca.
That is also a codeless automation tool. Okay. And I know Nationwide uses this one, Tosca. All right. Katalon, as I said, I think a bunch of companies started leveraging Katalon as well because it sounds much powerful to me based on what they have here. It's a new platform wise, basically. Okay. Now, if you want to get familiar with the Tosca as well, I think we used to teach Tosca as part of the automation. So I'll point you to the earlier recording as well. So you just watch the video. I mean, it's not a rocket science. You understand this part, then you should be able to pick up very easily on that. The only part is getting the hands on because they change it significantly so that now you can even get a trial version very easily. Okay, that's the reason we switch to different tool, but it works very similar to the Tosca and the other tools out there.
Tosca. TOS. Okay. Tosca.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Anything else you guys have?
I did one
I know you are speaking, but everybody else is quiet, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
anybody had a chance
Yeah,
to work through it.
yes, absolutely.
Actually, I have the same problem what Pankaja has. Every time I need to log in and restart it,
Okay.
again, not working for me.
Okay,
So
gotcha. So
yeah,
if
it gave me
you guys need it, I can walk you through what there is a 30 minutes video, right? I mentioned to you. But if you guys want, we can use the time to have you configure this tool so that you can work it properly, basically start working on it.
Yes, yeah, we'll do that one.
Okay, but let me see if there are any other questions. Otherwise, we'll spend some time on it so that make sure you have complete configuration of the tool.
Okay.
Harshal, I have one doubt, Harshal. I have
Yes, Nadia.
uninstalled that 8.4 and installed the 8.5 and it is running for me. But
Okay.
the 8.4, whatever the test cases I have done, right? I have saved it, but it don't
Yes,
come,
yes.
doesn't
So-
come on 8.5.
No. It's they are saved locally. So where it saves it is generally it goes to the C. Then you will
Okay.
find a users folder. Users. So you go to the C users. Then if you are find your login name, is that
Okay.
Ramya? Is that how you're logging in? Then you will see that folder there. I'm
Okay.
logging in as the Intellix. So this
Okay.
is the folder. And within that, you're gonna see the projects.
Okay.
Actually, you will see the Katalon. You will see Katalon folder here, Katalon Studio somewhere.
Katalon Studio, it's right there.
Yep, there you go. And you open that up, and you're gonna
Mhm.
you will see all the different projects that you have.
Okay.
So all you need to do is now 8.5 works a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So you may not be able to simply do certain things, but what you can do is open the folder, okay? Copy everything in this folder. Okay,
Okay.
except whatever the last file, the project name is. Okay, so you can copy it and paste it to whatever project that you open in the latest studio.
Okay.
So, and you can just paste it. So here I have this Rflown demo project, and I think my project is this Rflown Git in my here, because I can see it, what is the project here, which is Rflown Git. Okay, I can see it here, rflown.git. So I just paste it everything here, and it will, that's how I brought my test cases here.
Okay.
Okay, because I had it, I'm using 8.5, but I created everything in 8.4.
Okay.
So that's how I copied everything.
Okay. I'll try to do it here. You'll send this recording, right? It is too much. I'll see the recording and I'll do it later.
Yeah. I mean, I already sent you guys yesterday.
No, this recording, whatever you are telling
Yes,
now.
yes. This one is fine. Yes, this one
Okay.
I will send you.
Okay, thanks.
This is I'll send you. Okay. Anything else? So. Okay. How is the project reading going? Let me ask you that before I switch to something else.
This is going good. I think I need to read over a couple more times for me to understand the business process and everything.
Yeah. That sounds good. Understand that part. I think that's the whole point. And basically, hopefully, you will get. I think it's not that complex as Rflown, but it is. It can get really complex as well. Okay. First one is always tough. Second one should go a little bit easier for you guys, as long as you spend some time reading understanding the business processes and so forth.
So
Plus, the
what tool we
document
are
is
going
well
to,
laid out.
Harshal, what tool we are going to use for this project? The Katalon?
Tool is different, right? We want to what you do day in and day out is a testing side of things, the planning, test cases, test scenarios, and so forth. That's what you focus on. You can use any tool. It doesn't really matter.
So if that's so if the project that we're going to be working on is web based, what is Rflown? Rflown is web based too.
Yeah, Rflown is web based, right? It's
so everything that we're going to work on within the company and everything is going to be web based.
Well, not everything. I mean, there will be some Windows-based apps and so forth. But again, it doesn't change. Your testing standpoint, quality assurance activity doesn't change.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna repeat the same process, whether it's a web-based application or Windows-based. You are focusing on the functionality side of things, right? Hey,
Mm-hmm.
does this thing work? If I make a payment, does it work? Do I receive up money or not? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So system's gonna be different. I mean, every project will be different for you.
Okay.
Yeah, but the second one will give you a little bit different view. Later, it's a completely different industry project. So hopefully that one will give you exposure to different things. Okay.
Yeah, I was going through the project, and I think it's much bigger than this Rflown. There are so many functional requirements I saw.
As long as you understand those initial, I wouldn't say other parts are not important, because you will be assigned one module from there as a team. This is not an individual project, but it's a team project, right? So, but everybody needs to, if everybody wants to contribute, they need to understand the requirement, basically, right? So, but I would suggest you focus on first 50 pages.
Okay.
Or
First 50?
that same first 50 is most important. Remaining are administrative tasks, right? So what the administrators can do, how they configure the systems and so forth.
Yeah.
But you definitely want to read that, okay? How those things work. But you will be assigned basically one of the module from the first 50 pages and one of the module from the remaining administrative ones as a team.
Okay. Okay.
But if you don't understand the full picture, if you don't have full picture, then you will not know, because all the parts are connected for the project.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why we gave you those two videos to watch as well. I think you should watch it if you haven't watched for the project clarification.
No, I have not watched. I was going through the project.
Yeah. So once you watch it one time, I would suggest you spend like an hour and a half on the video, get clarification, and then read the document one more time.
One more time. Okay.
Yeah, that's the approach you want to take here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Today is, I mean, it's more you guys' time, so I just want to make sure at least we knock down the project thing, and then we can configure the tool if you guys are having issues suddenly. But I want to make sure if there is anything else we want to discuss, we can discuss.
No others have any questions. But
All right.
can-
Okay, now one thing I will let you guys know tomorrow whether we'll have a Saturday session or not. Okay, we have major release tomorrow, so most of the folks are working in IT. They are working till like 3 a.m. tomorrow, at least till 3 a.m. So I'll let you guys know if I'm part of it, but I'll let you guys know if we have session basically tomorrow or not. But definitely Sunday we will have it. So project might get pushed out to the next weekend, but other than that, there will not be any impact because we had like 2 reserve days anyway. So we used one last weekend. We might use it tomorrow as well. So this Saturday. But I'm just letting you
So-
know. I'll confirm. I'll send you guys email. So don't
So
worry.
Okay,
second,
if
2nd October.
What is
Go
it?
ahead, go ahead.
yeah, so I was
2nd
gonna say,
October. Oh, sorry.
Yes, Eric.
yeah, I was gonna say, if we don't like, if we actually don't have class on the weekend, is
No,
there
no,
any
no.
like,
We will have class on the weekend, but
yeah, I'm
just not
saying, yeah,
Saturday.
I'm saying like if, like you said, like, you don't know if you're gonna have it on Saturday or not. So I was wondering like what type of things we could be practicing. Meanwhile, before we have class on whatever day we're gonna have it on.
No, Sunday. So whatever I was going to cover on Saturday, we'll cover on Sunday. Then the project will get pushed out. So we typically review the requirements, right? We were planning to do that on Saturday.
Mhm.
So we will do that on Sunday instead of
Yeah.
that.
So meanwhile, we should be working on like what are the most important things we should be working on, like just for practice.
Yeah,
I mean, anything what we learn, I mean, you need more practice, right? But the project work, that's what our focus will be starting Sunday. So,
Okay.
I would suggest you spend time on read the requirements, try to understand it, because then we'll divide up the teams as well on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even if we don't have class on Saturday, we won't be extending the classes anymore,
No,
right?
no,
October
next
8th
weekend.
is
Yeah, next
October
weekend
8th
would
is the
be.
last day.
Yeah. Generally, what we do is so next weekend, right? So next weekend would be technically
Saturday and
supposed to
Sunday.
be our last. Next Saturday would have been our last class, but instead
Yeah.
of that, Sunday would be our last class.
Oh,
But
so
then
second.
if you a lot of students, they continue the project work, and we'll work out some timing for the project work after Sunday. Okay, but the technically official end would be on Sunday if we don't have session tomorrow. If we have session tomorrow, then next Saturday will be our technically last day.
Okay.
But I'll confirm first thing in the morning. Okay, because
Okay.
I saw the email. It is till 3 a.m. Most likely I'll be part of it. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that.
So Sunday will be like complete discussing about the project, or we are going to learn sometime Ruby, Cucumber. and
No,
all those?
we'll talk about that first portion,
Okay.
Ruby Cucumber portion, and then we'll dive into the project. So typically
Okay.
1 hour on Sunday at the end,
Okay.
we will talk about the project.
Okay.
Okay, so make sure you finish reading those project documents regardless, right? Whether it's a Saturday or Sunday, you might get an extra day. That's all.
Yeah, that will be, yeah.
just real quick, this delay is not gonna affect the next class, right? The next batch of BA.
Neil, so I'm still working out some kinks because one of the thing is that looks like 3 weeks we have to support the systems because they are completely changing at the Medicaid here.
Mhm.
And they are completely switching out to the bunch of systems. So looks like it will be over next 3 to 4 weeks, but I'll confirm. Okay. I'll let you guys know by end of next week sometime. Yeah, if there is any impact or not.
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
gonna,
if I had to work on Saturday weekends, that means that's gonna be tough to conduct the classes at the same time. So
Oh, yeah.
I understand.
We
But
understand.
that's over 3 weeks. 3 weeks after the systems goes live. So we'll wrap up middle of October at the work.
Yeah, because I was gonna pay the fee.
Sure.
Didn't,
Yeah, understand. So hold on to that right now,
okay.
because we have a couple of other students registered as well. So I just want to make sure we'll work out the schedule,
All right.
proper schedule. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what you guys want to do? So you guys want to configure the tool, how you want to use this time that we have, especially when you don't have any questions. So I want to make sure you guys have everything up and running.
I mean, for me, I don't have the I have a MacBook, so even if you was doing that, I'll probably just catch it on the back end after you complete it.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
probably just watch the video after.
Yeah. Okay. Understand. Were you not able to install on MacBook? You didn't figure
Nah,
out a way?
nah. I searched on YouTube too, but
Okay.
it seems as if I couldn't, go ahead and proceed with that. So
I see. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, MacBooks are a little bit tricky.
It's
and
the
I don't work
same
with the
process
MacBook.
as Hassel you told us. It's the same process. Nothing is different.
Nothing
Only
is
when you're
different.
down. No,
Okay.
only when you are downloading. By default, it's showing because it's a Mac, so it's showing Mac, and you go download it.
But it's
Yeah,
a
I
zip
think
file,
I
right?
tried that one, but I think my laptop is not compatible. So it had me update my my laptop and everything. And after I did that, I thought that it'll be able to go through, but it was still giving me an error. So
Okay.
I don't know. I probably got to check it out, or you could probably help me, Days, even over the weekend.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can help you. It's not a-
I appreciate that.
It's one of the permission things for you, Eric, because
right.
it's a zip file. We don't install anything. You just run it afterwards. So
Right.
yeah,
But
there's
I
no
do understand.
configuration. Yeah.
I do understand
Okay.
what's going on. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think so that's good. So you guys will work it out. How about other folks? I mean, do you have everything up and running? I mean, do you want to spend time today to get it fixed?
Harshal, I have one doubt, Harshal. Like
Yes.
my 8.5, there is some like the healthcare sample is coming. Is that the one?
Yeah, it's a
No.
demo.
So healthcare sample, right? So that is so they have, if you go there, so they have, if you go to the first project,
Uh-huh.
okay, so they have some sample
Okay.
data and projects.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So this, if I go to the dashboard for this first project, now it's asking me to connect to the Git repository, which so I won't be able to
Yeah,
switch
it's
it because I
no,
connected
it's
to
over
my
there.
different one. Yeah.
It's like a sample one they're showing how to
Right,
like.
right.
Yeah.
For you, yes, because it's by default, it's built into that, but we are not using that. We are using
Okay.
Darkflow.
Yeah, I just want to
Uh,
make sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So I think I mean, I'm not sure whether you guys did you guys see my email, right? I put together these things.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw those
Um,
videos, 2 videos.
Yeah,
and
so you
then
just go with like how to configure new project, how to install,
I did
right? I mean, there is
everything.
a part 1 and part 2. Okay, part 2 is more about Katalon Studio. Once you configure the part 1 items, basically configure new project, you have to configure the GitHub. This is the part I think it's confusing for most of you. Are you guys familiar with the GitHub?
Yeah.
Have you guys heard the terminology?
I saw it over there, but
Okay,
I
let
don't
me
know
just
what is
quickly show
that.
you what it is. Okay, so that you, just in case if you come across that. So this is GitHub. It is owned by Microsoft. Okay, github.com. This is from Microsoft. I mean, it used to be independent company, but Microsoft bought it maybe 5 years ago, and now it is part of the Microsoft. Now, what it is, it's like anybody wants to write any code and publish it. Or basically like create a versioning mechanism. So like if you change something in the code, and but if you want to roll back, right? If you have things running on your desktop, you can't do that after a while. So GitHub allows you to keep version tracking. So you can switch back to the 10 versions before. So if you change something maybe over like 1 year time frame, if you want to roll back your code like 1 year before, you can do that using the GitHub. So it provides you all different kinds of versioning mechanism, manages your code, and so forth. So any software like Katalon is built into GitHub. So you see this icon here. Okay, so this is the GitHub icon. So what it says is you can check in your code. If you create a new project, you can publish your test cases to the GitHub repository. And then anybody like if let's say there are 5 developers or 5 automation testers working on that, yeah, they all can work with the same project. Okay, so you create certain test cases, anybody can modify anything and check in and check out the code and so forth. So that's what the GitHub allows you. Source code management. Okay, it's a source code management tool. What it has is it has a code repository. So it's nothing like a project, basically. They think it about like Rflown project, right? So you can create a repository for Rflown and then publish all your code that you are creating, like test cases here, any object repository items, any data files that you have, anything that you create, you can dump it into this repository on the GitHub. Okay. So let me go here. I have my Rflown repository that is tied to my project here. Okay.
Then what's the use of it then to see all the, like you public your
It's a central repository, right? So if you are here, Columbus, somebody's working in India, they
Oh,
all work with the
okay,
same
okay.
code repository, and they can get you access to your code, basically.
Okay.
So they don't. So it's like a source code management, right? For that one. So if I go here, this is my repository, and I have my repository, and I can technically share with you guys if you have 8.5.1 version. Okay, this repository, so you can get access to what I have here. So here I have these test cases, 3 test cases, right? Right now, I have dealer, loan calculator, super user. Okay, so I have 3 test cases here. Let me add the 4th one here, just for sake of it, to show you guys how it works. Okay, so here, let me add dealer search. Right, so I'm adding a dealer search. And what I'll do is, so right now it's blank. I don't have anything here, okay, anything yet. Right now I'm working locally. I have not published my code to the repository yet. But let me go and do my normal way, whatever I do. Let me go record. So this time dealer search. So I'm gonna log in as S trading and training. And I'll go to the dealer management page. Right, you need to know what you are testing, right? I'm doing the partial dealer search. Okay, so if I type in GER and I click on show all, that means active, date, prospects, whatever. Click search. I am expecting at least one in the matching with the GER. Okay, so I have GER, and now I have this, and I'm going to verify that. So how I put a verification step, Katalon Studio, verify element text. Okay, so German shows up. Okay, so at this point, my test case is done. I'm going to close it. I'm going to stop it. Give it a minute. Okay, so my steps are here. And what I can do is I can click on save script, and it will ask me for, okay, are you gonna change it? Whatever you want to do, right? So let me say create duplicate objects for now. Actually, I don't want to save this one, so I'm going to remove that. But other ones, I will create a duplicate objects in some other, create a different file folder. Let me create a new folder here and call it a dealer search. Okay, so I'm going to create, it will create in this particular folder. Okay, so dealer search repository item is added and my dealer related items are there. My dealer search steps are here and everything is here, right? So at this point, I'm done with my adding a new test case. Now I need to publish that here to this repository. Right now, there is nothing here, right? Still 3 cases.
Mhm.
So what I can do is I can go to my Git and so there are few commands you need to get familiar with. When it says fetch, so it will fetch the latest code. So if somebody has published something else, it will also pull that and load it up on your desktop. Okay, that's the fetch command. When it's a pull, so it will merge the changes with basically your changes. Okay,
Mhm.
push meaning I'm pushing my changes to the Git. So when I use this command push, right, I can push this change, what I just did, to my complete project, and it will be published here. Okay, so that's what the push command is used for.
Harshal, can you say the fetch one again? I didn't
So
understand.
fetch meaning, let me add a new file here. Let me go back here so that you guys can know what it means. So what I can do is let me add a new file, add file, right? I can add it from here as well, okay, from the Git. Let's say I just create a new file called test2.txt, okay,
Mhm.
and I'm just
Mhm.
gonna type in something and say commit new file. Commit means whatever changes you make, it is published in the Git repository. Okay. All right. So I see test2.txt file here. When I come here on my project, I don't see that here, right?
Mhm.
So when I come and fetch, I'm that file because that's the only change I made on the repository, right?
So
In the
only
centralized
changed
repository.
file, only
Yeah,
changed one.
yeah,
Okay.
only this one, right? It's a change file. So I can do fetch and it will say, yep, oh, this file got created, submitted by somebody else. Okay. And I
Mhm.
can say, click OK, I want to get that basically. Hopefully I will see that here. Let's see what happened. Oops, yeah, so it took a while. So there is nothing here, right? So now I don't see it here. So let's see what happened to that file. So I'm going to refresh the things here. Okay, see if there is a way to refresh it. But that file is there, basically. I should have opened that up. Let me go and see if I can. If I open the project again, probably it will show up again. Let me check it here on the back end, see if it copied here. I still don't see it here. Okay. All right. Let me pull. Maybe pull might do the same thing. So fetch actually, yes. So there is a difference. Fetch just identify the change. What changes? I think pull will actually publish the file here. Let's see if it does. I don't know.
Identify the change. Okay.
Yeah, it should have pulled the file here. Now, if I do second time, it's not going to show the change. Everything is up to date. So I'm not sure why it's not showing up here, but it should have shown this file here, the pull. Okay, I'm just checking in the backend as well to see if it got published somewhere. Okay, not here. Maybe I'm on the wrong project. Let's see. No. Which one is modified the last? 744. Maybe this is the project. Okay, so
Okay,
this is
still-
where it put that in. Okay, 722. Maybe I'm wrong project here or different version. Anyway, so somehow it's not showing up here. But what if I want to publish my changes? Okay, so it merges the changes that with my changes, right? It got that file. It's not showing up here yet. I need to figure out why, but generally it should show it. But let me go and push my changes. So I got the changes. It merged with what I have. Now I can do push. Okay. So again, pushing means I'm going to push my changes. Okay. Come on.
So identify, merge, then publish it, right?
Yep, yep. That's what it is.
Okay.
Supposed to open it up here. Okay, gotcha. So it opens in the tiny windows. The identify changes basically whatever the new files we added. We added this dealer search one right here. So I
Yeah.
can see it here, all the dealer search items. There are a few other changes it made. There should be few things I modified here. I added like a SQL date and all those things, right? I showed you guys here data files. So I identified all those things. So what I can do is these are unstaged changes. So I need to select all those changes
Mhm.
and push it into stage changes so that I can push it out. And then I put a comment, hey, pushing all new test case updates. Okay. Then I click on commit and push. Okay. So it will push everything right now. If I come here, I don't see anything here. Let's come back to our
So it will push only the new ones, the added
anything
ones, right?
change. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I still have 3 test cases, right? As soon as I
Uh-huh.
push it, I'm gonna see my changes right there in the repository. Okay. So if I come back here, committed push, I press that, everything is gone, wiped out here. So let's come back here and see if it shows anything here. So now I see my dealer search test case, right?
Mhm.
Now, if I
Mhm.
go to the one folder up and test suite, actually repository, I should see dealer search folder here, right? All my stuff here. So this is how you can manage your source code. So now, if I give you guys access to my repository, which I can, okay, then you will be able to download what I have on your machine. Okay, so if you have Studio, all I have to do is I can share this public access token. Okay, this token, and I can give it to you guys. So you can connect with my repository. So I have this token here. Now, did I send you? I think I sent you guys the token as well in the email.
Mhm.
In the email.
Did I not send you guys a token?
Don't think so.
Give me a second.
Let me check.
So what you can do is this. Okay, so here is the token. Okay, so what you need to do is, let me see if I can log into the GitHub account. Okay, this is the one. So you go to the profile, log into GitHub account, put the username as what I sent you, Intelix September 2022. So you don't need to create your repository and put
Mhm.
this token, copy the token, okay, and click login. See if it lets you log in. Once you log in, then you can do pull or fetch. Fetch will show you the changes, and pull will actually merge the changes into your project that you have.
Mhm.
Okay, so that you will see all the test cases that I published over there on your desktop. Now you need to use 8.5 version for this one. You cannot use 8.4 version.
Harshal, I have a question. Like,
Yes.
I should keep this 8.41 till, or I should change it.
You all you do is just open the Word 8.5 version, close the 8.4. You can keep it. Okay, you can keep both side by side.
Okay. So I was thinking otherwise I should use this like for 20 days, whatever I have, 20, 25 days. And after that I'll.
Yeah, it's
do
fine.
the-
It's up to you. I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter, right? I mean, both will
doesn't
expire after 30 days anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
but
Thank you.
one of you can try, see if you are able to see the project that I
Okay.
have. Not everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
if anybody wants to share the screen, go ahead and share the screen. So that I just want to make sure it works for you guys before. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Anybody who brave enough to share that or try it?
I will try, Harshal. If it comes,
I
I'll
can
share.
try. I can
Okay,
try.
so if whoever is not working, right, you can go ahead and try it. So go ahead and share your screen so that we can see it here and everybody can follow afterwards. Are you guys sharing anything? Is it Ramya?
Yeah, I'm
I can.
just trying. I'll try. If it comes, I'll share, Harshal.
But I just want to make sure everybody can see it, what you are
Okay,
doing.
okay. Yeah, I'll share
That's the
then.
reason. Yeah, yeah.
I'll share then. Yeah.
So that if it works for you, then they will follow the same process.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll share.
Okay. So here, first of all, this is your Katalon account. Okay. This is nothing to do with what I just showed you. So you need to log in with your own account. Okay. So this is a different one. This is 851. Yeah, this is 851, right? 851.
this is
So you go there.
This is 85. Yeah.
Yep. So now you go to the, can you go back? Yep.
Here I have to log out and
No, you can just go here. Do you see the
Yes.
Git? You don't
Git. Okay.
log into the Git icon. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so one thing I think you don't have it is your project setup. Okay, that's the second part that you guys don't have it.
I can share if you want.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing. You can
Yeah.
try.
Yeah, we have only open project. We don't have the Arflon one. Right?
Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
there are a couple of steps for configuration. I think you guys are missing. So Geeti, I mean, it's not going to work, Sangamitra, unless you
Oh,
guys
okay.
follow all the steps end to end. Okay. Now, if one of you want to walk through, I can walk you through and we can configure it here.
I can see the Git one, but I don't know how to do it. I can. You want me to share, Harshit?
Yeah, go ahead and share the screen.
Okay. Give me a second. Can you see?
Not here. I mean, I want you to go to the actually. Which version you are using? Oh, you are on the
I'm-
Mac. Okay.
Yeah, 8.5.
Yeah. You are on 8.5, right? But are you able to
Yeah.
open the project?
Yeah.
Can you go to the profile? Yeah, go to the profile here on the right corner, all the way right. You see the icon, green person icon, all the way at the top, right, top right, right.
Here.
The right side, all the way in the corner. Yeah, click on
This
there.
is my.
Yep.
Here.
Okay, and log into Git account. You are getting that, right? So just click on login to Git. Does it do anything for you?
It's showing username.
Okay, I can't see it here. Looks like
Oh,
it's
you can see it. Oh, okay.
no, it's probably in the behind. So what you need to do is input the username, what I sent you in the email,
Oh, okay. I have to go to
and
email.
that key in the email that you have.
So I should put my username, right?
No, this is the one for the Git repository. So you're gonna
Oh,
connect to
okay.
my account and fetch the projects.
Got it. So let me go. Yeah. Let me go to my email. Then I can pull the.
Let me just paste it here. Okay, I'm pasting in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, so I just pasted in the chat window. So you need to copy the login, whatever Intel SQA September 2022. That's the username.
Login, GitHub login. Okay, got it.
And personal access token is the remaining portion starting with the G.
So login.
Just copy paste it from the what I have. Yeah, we can see, unfortunately, can see your screen, what you are typing. I can see the mouse moving, but other than that,
So only until September 2022.
Yeah.
I copied.
now
the-
copy the second line, second portion, GHP, starting with the GHP.
I don't know. It's why it's not letting me to do it. It's not doing the copy paste. I don't know why.
Okay, that's something to do with the Mac. Maybe Dilip can help if he's still around.
So Control C.
I'm still
Yeah,
around.
ID command
okay.
C. No, copy is command
So what are you
C.
trying to do?
She's trying to copy from that.
So it's a Command C, right? So it's the same thing
Yeah,
as a
it's a
Control
command
C,
C. Yeah, command C and command V, but it's
right?
not it's
All
copying,
right.
but I can paste it.
Well, just try to paste it on a notepad or something like to see it,
So
because what it is, it may be a control. Like it's if you look at this, right? The structure underlying is lines, right? So it may not be just plain text pad type of thing. So you can copy it, but when you try to paste it, it may say its target is not the same size as the source.
but I can type it. Can you, Harshal, please tell me the username maybe?
But the only problem would be with the personal access token, because that's a long one. So
Okay. So
um,
Intelix was the 2022.
yeah, it will take
There
a
is-
while. Okay, if you keep on typing. So-
Hang on, but Harshal, you have put it the git pad. That is the token, right?
Right, that's a token. So
Right. So she should be able to copy that token.
Yeah.
Because it's just a one line. Then just go
Yeah.
select into that cell itself and then do a Command V.
Doing it, but I can
you-
copy, but it's not pasting.
No,
over
but
there.
just click on it. Are you not able to? Is that editable?
If you can share what you are doing, then we can see what could be the issue.
Yeah, I think it's her screen is there, right? So you're trying to
Yeah, I'm sharing
edit.
it.
See,
It's
you're not
saying that-
editing anything right now.
Okay,
you look
where are
into
you
it-
trying to edit? Okay.
Oh,
Wait.
look at, hang on, look at the top. There is a edit tags right next to the set default view.
No, Dilip, I think she's on the wrong screen. So that's the reason she cannot do anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is this is a view only screen.
Yeah. No, okay, I'm requesting control if you can.
Okay, I
grant me
did that.
control. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what I want here on this side. So this green icon, right, on the
Mhm.
right side, unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's a Mac. So I mean, I don't see the pop-up that's coming out. Anything getting pop-up?
Because the Mac, the mouse
Yeah.
doesn't support a right click. Mac doesn't support right click.
Let me close it, and maybe you can do it. Let me close
Yeah,
it.
see now you're able
Okay.
to
Now you do it,
select it.
Harshal. Harshal, you can do it now.
Nope. Okay, wait. Okay, so here, log into Git account. But that screen, is there anything opening up on your computer?
Yes.
Okay,
I
but I
can
can't
see it.
see it here. So that's where you need to paste it. Those username and
Yeah,
pass.
I was doing that only, but let me otherwise.
Hang on, Daisy, what you want to do it is not only just share screen, do it the entire MacBook screen share.
Yeah,
Do you have a multiple screen?
she probably has it.
Oh yeah, hold on a second. I'm
That's
taking it out. Okay,
Okay.
now you can see it.
No,
No,
we
you have to
still cannot.
unshare and reshare it.
Okay, let me do it again then. Okay. I'm sharing again.
Okay, now share this time full Mac screen,
Okay.
not just one portion. All right, good. Now you go back to the tool and let's see what pops out.
Okay. Let me go
Oh yeah, there you
there.
go. Now you can just paste it there, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the username from the chat
Harshal, I did Harshal, it's working.
is working for you, Ramya.
Yeah,
You did fetch? I mean, you did what, pull?
I copy pasted your username and the JIT password.
Right,
And
right.
it is
It should
coming
work.
now.
I mean, it should work.
Yeah.
And now
It's coming,
why
the
don't you
push pull fetch option is coming.
pull
Yeah.
coming, right? So
You can share, otherwise I can stop it.
No, so Daisy, click on your chat. There is a password and a user ID Harshal
Yeah,
has pasted. No, at the bottom.
am-
At the bottom of your screen where
you see the participants in chat.
Zoom, go to the Zoom.
Okay.
Okay.
Zoom chat, yeah.
Yeah. Where is the user?
Yeah, unfortunately, Mac is a little bit different, so I can't do much with the Mac.
I'm somewhere else. Let me see.
Okay. So how about Daisy? Let's just for sake of time, I think let's see what Ramya came up with. Okay.
Yeah, I was
And,
saying that same thing.
yeah,
Let's
But
Ramya do it.
hopefully you can figure that out.
I
how to
can
copy
figure it
paste.
out. Don't
Yeah,
worry. Yeah, I can do it. I
Okay.
can do it. Yeah.
So yeah, you can stop sharing and let Ramya share so that other folks can see it what we
Yeah.
are doing. And
Yeah. Don't worry. I can fix it. Don't worry.
sure. Go ahead, Ramya. Share your screen.
I'm sharing the screen.
Yeah. Okay. So you went through that process, right? You copy
Yes.
pasted. Can you go back one more time, Ramya? I just want to go in the right corner, right? Over there. Yep. Profile, GitHub, login to GitHub, right? That's what I just want to make sure.
I just copy pasted what you gave.
Yep. So username and personal access token. Yep. That's good. You can close out. Yep. Okay. Now you go to the Git icon, the red one. Yep. Button, and say you want to pull the changes. Okay, so it will ask you to connect. Yeah, the problem here it would be because you have a master branch and mine is so it may not pull it. Okay, just go and see what branches you have. Okay, leave master readme. Can you click on refresh? Anything shows up?
Harshal, just see it if she can pull up the the README branch.
I did it. Whatever it is.
No, it's because it's showing the
Oh,
local
it's a
branches
creating,
for
yeah.
it's
Okay.
creating new one. So leave master, click on finish. Yep, click on finish. Master, yep.
Master.
Leave
Okay.
master. Yep. Click on finish. Because the branch is different. So it says no refer fetch origin, everything up to date, update results. Click OK. Yeah. Can you go back to a test case and expand that folder? See if you see anything over there. Yeah, it still doesn't see because the problem is that the branch is different for her. So that's
But
the reason.
She used the same credential.
No, I think so. That this part.
Did you commit to your changes?
I just
Yeah.
did, but nothing is popping up though.
Harshal,
did log in.
Yeah, Dilip, I think there is an issue here because I think the branch, they don't have the project, the those things created properly in there. So that's the
otherwise,
reason
if you
not
commit it, they should
recognizing.
be able to see it.
Yeah. But if she does it from scratch, I think scratch meaning like if she goes into the project, create the project in the test ops and connect to the repository, then it should be fine.
Yeah.
So Ramya, why don't you fire up your Chrome and go to the test ops, okay, wherever you were in the test ops.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can spend 10 minutes on this. See if that one resolves the issue. So
I did it with the the username and the token, but nothing is popping up though.
No, because the problem is that the project is not connected in the test ops. So there are additional steps that's missing. That's
my
the
desktops
reason.
page. I think I closed my desktops page.
Okay. All right. What I would like you guys to do is let's whatever remaining trial you guys have, right? you
Okay.
can work through it. At least you are able to create the test cases locally, right? For
Yeah.
now. And at the end, follow that to create a brand new account in the DevOps and follow the steps in those 2 videos that I have. I think it
Okay.
will be a clean start for all of you without losing any work at this point. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Can I
Yeah.
stop my screen share?
Yes, yes, you can. Yeah. Okay, so anybody else is having any issue or anybody else
So
like
we should
to-
not worry about that right now.
Right now, don't worry about it. I think at
Okay.
end of 30 days, and I think it should be okay. Yep. You because you have to create a brand new account anyway at that point. Use a different
Mhm.
email. That's all. And
Oh.
you can, yeah, you can just open another Gmail account and register that with the Katalon and use that for same email for the Github. Following the step-by-step instruction that I put it out in the video. Then I think everything should be okay. All right. Okay, looks everybody is very quiet. So I'm assuming
No,
I
everybody
don't-
got
I don't-
confused.
No, either so many doubts or
no,
nothing.
but you all have access to the studio, right? Your studio is working, right?
Yeah,
Is that
from
correct?
there also I tried. Mine is showing that push, fetch, everything, but
No,
obviously
don't worry
I
about
don't have
push.
project. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it will not work. Push,
It will
fetch, and
not work.
everything
So
doesn't
everybody
work.
was
Yeah.
busy in all those things. I think.
Okay. Yeah, it's because it's not configured properly
Configure,
for you
yeah.
guys. Yeah. That's what it is. Unfortunately, new platform. It's a new thing. There's a lot of changes they made. So, but hey, as long as you are able to create locally, I think you guys can work through for next
Yeah, I'm happy
20
with
days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy when I see my test cases are running and
yep.
all. That's good. I'm
Right,
happy with that.
right.
Let's see.
Yep.
I'll try. If something happen, then I'll let the group.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries. I think we'll figure out later on. So don't worry. Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to cover. If you don't have anything else, we can let you guys go 10-15 minutes early.
Yeah. Otherwise, please ask the doubts if
And,
you have.
yeah.
Hurry up.
Yeah, Harshal, I have one more question. Like,
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, is
for
there any way to read those document? Is there any procedure like or
Which
how to
document?
find? Yeah, this is our project. I'm talking about the project.
The best way to read it is to
Yeah.
read it actually.
No,
Right,
I have to point
end to
out
end.
stuffs and
The good part is like a lot of screen design, a lot of details there. Unlike
Yeah.
Arflon didn't have that many details. You didn't
Yeah.
have screens. Here you
Mm.
you have given the screens as well and
Yeah.
how they're supposed to work as well. But the clarification is in the video. Okay, so that's the reason we asked you to
Yeah, I've
watch
not seen that.
the video.
I was just reading. So I thought to ask you like anything like how to note down and how to like, there must be some procedure. I thought,
Yeah, generally, anything that you read, right? How did we read any books, right? We
Yeah.
try to digest basically what's in
Basically.
there, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
But
I'll go through
what the
videos.
video, I think it will
Yeah.
help you little further
will.
because it explains you what are the different things in the document, what you should
Okay.
be looking for
Yeah.
as
Sure.
well.
I do have a question, Haku.
Yes, Boramicha.
Yeah, I was trying to upload to download in my GitHub, but I get the point I stuck somewhere. Did I share my
No, don't
screen
worry
then
about
it will
GitHub
come
thing, Boramicha. GitHub will not work for you guys right now because the way
Oh.
it's your project is set up, it's not really set up. All we did is install. So make sure you download 8.4.1 version, right? Because that's what most of you are working with, 8.4.1, and let's stick to that. And I think if you are creating project with 8.5.1, it doesn't really matter. You can open with any of the studio.
Yeah. Also realize GitHub is more of a development tool and a repository. So I would not worry too much about it. Just get the basics of Katalon tool with
Okay.
working into automation is the key.
All right,
Okay.
thanks.
Yeah, I mean, developers generally use GitHub day in and day out. I mean, that's the development. So when you dive into the automation, yes, that's where you need to figure out further, but further down the road, but not right now.
All right, thanks.
Marcel, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, please.
The spyware. So, for my understanding, I understand that spyware we use when we need to add something in the steps. Am I
Yes,
right?
if you miss something, right? If you, let's say you missed the verification step or you forgot something to do, some other things, then you can use the spy webs. Or you can actually use the spy web, read all the elements, and then you can build your test case manually, which I think I showed you guys as well. That way. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But essentially it allows you to read different elements or the objects on the page and put it in the repository, so that you can use them in your test case.
Okay. So the main purpose is that.
Yeah, main purpose is you cannot just observe the elements. I mean, what like a login, right? Is it really a button or is it really a text or is it really a link? Have you guys figured that out yet? What kind of object is that login?
But it's an introspection
Login.
tool to understand the
Right.
type of objects on a given HTML page.
Does anybody know what kind of object it is? HTML object or element? Is it a button? Is it an image? Is it
Login is a
Link.
button, not an image.
Well,
It's a
so
tab.
what is the easiest way? Remember I showed you when you're looking at HTML, you can right click on it and view source.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do that and you can just traverse through the HTML code at that point to see what type of control it is using. And different types of control will tell you what it is.
or you can use the right click on it, right? And there's a inspect tool, inspect, that pops up in the menu. And you can just
click on login.
click on
Okay.
right click on login and use the inspect to see what it shows up.
Okay, right click.
But again, the
Inspect.
spy web, I mean, the spy tool, right? Essentially does the same thing, allows you to inspect the elements and properties. And you can, if you want to use it in your test case, you can add to your test case later on as well. You can read those properties, put it in the repository, and you can create your own step. Yep. That's all it does. I mean, there's nothing else.
Okay. So inspect the properties of the. Okay.
But you need to know what type of element it is, right? What type of object it is.
Okay. There are so many side things coming up when you're focusing on one thing, then there is so many sides stop popping up. Okay, what is that? What is this?
There shouldn't be anything else for specifically Airflow, right?
Yeah. So when I'm
So
writing the
if you
test
go
case-
here, right? And if I'm looking at here, right click, I say inspect. So it pops up this highlighted one, right? This is the object. So you guys should be able to read what it is, what type of element it is. Can anybody tell me what type of object it is based on the HTML portion? Hopefully you guys went to the W3 schools and looked at the different elements.
Yeah, read through the things
did.
which is highlighted in gray, right? Because that's the element that comes out, what it
This
is.
is the starting, this is the ending, right? And what
Yeah.
it is, what type of element it is.
It's a,
Anybody?
it says login.
Now, what type of class it is?
So HTML objects, right? There are different types like checkbox, text box, image, link, all kind of stuff, right? So what type of HTML element this one is based on
Is
the
it a-
HTML tags?
Is
It
it a
has.
Login.
website link address?
No.
The class is
So
button.
not the class. We're
Not the
talking about
class.
element, right?
Oh,
What
Element.
type of HTML object it is? So like is it a text box? It's a checkbox. It's an image. It's a button. It's a link. What is it?
Link. It's a link
And how can you tell it's a link?
How can you say
because
that?
it's
Okay.
Web form.
coming as like href and the web form is coming.
No, but how can you tell it's a link object?
No, it's not a URL. Then how come?
What makes you think it's a link? I guess it's a link. I mean, I agree it's a link, but what makes you think it's a link?
Does this say it's an image? It's a JPG
No,
file.
no,
No,
it's not
it's
a
not a
image.
The
There is no picture.
HRE.
There is no picture there, so it's not an image.
So href, I mean, it can be for image as well.
Okay.
But what makes it HTML element? So you
Uh,
always
I'm
start from the
forgetting.
beginning. What is unique about this guy? When you
Yeah,
look
I
at the
know,
beginning and the ending
I'm-
tags,
I'm
it should tell you
forgetting
what
that.
type of element it is, right?
Yeah, it's written A, so
Yeah,
it's a
So it's an anchor element. A is HTML anchor. So this is a
Oh, yeah.
link. That's what the A represents.
yeah, A for
Okay,
anchor.
it's a link.
Yes.
So it's not a button. If it's a button, then it will say button. It will say button actually, or it will say input type is equal submit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's written href. So, oh yes.
Not href. Okay, that can be for image as well.
Image
So it's
also,
just a
A.
URL. I mean,
Yeah,
it's represent.
yeah.
That is
But this
A.
is what it makes it /A.
A.
And this A at the ending
Right.
tag, that's what it makes it HTML.
Rectangle.
Image means IMG would come, right?
Right.
I am.
I mean, href is a property, right? So, I mean, you may or may not have that property, but this element will always have this starting and ending tag. Kind of like an image. You may or may not have SRC, but you will always have image as an image, starting and ending. So. Yep. So just get familiar with it. That's all, right? I mean, but you can look at this. It has ID property. It has href is a link, right? And here it's actually not a link, but it's a JavaScript, which might turn into a link as well. Okay. There is a class called button. So there is some button class CSS style applied to that. There is some other kind of CSS style applied to that. Like here, it's input name is equal that the type is equal password, right? So this is a password kind of control. That's what it shows. This is a type is equal text. So this is a text type of, I can input something in there, but input name and type. So you need to look at certain things and identify what it is and work through it. Okay. Yeah. Again, what about the contact? So if I go here, contact, again, I see it's a link, right? It's an anchor. I see this tag. Okay, it's a link. It has some ID and some link here and so forth. Looks like a button, but it's not a button. Okay. That's what ObjectSpy does. It allows you to, without any of this, if you don't have, if you want to use it within the tool, then you can go to the ObjectSpy and you can see it. What are the properties, what type of element it is, and so forth. And then finally port it to your repository and use it in your steps, basically, as objects. So I will see here all different objects here. If I come here, I should be able to change it here. I can see it here. So this one, then basically this, I can see CS at different types of things here. But again, you don't need to worry about most of the things because it will automatically take care of it for you, tool and so forth. Yep. Okay. All right. So you guys need a lot of catch up as well. Okay. So yeah. And don't forget, I mean, some basic fundamental things because it will. That's what it will help you. I mean, so.
When I did the W3 school practice HTML, it looks so like easy, and all those when we come to over here, oh, what is that? I saw it over there, but what is this?
Well, nobody remembers, right? I mean, so I mean,
Yeah.
even we don't remember, but it comes with the practice and a
Yeah,
little bit
it's all
more
practice.
experience. So I'm sure you'll be okay if you work on one more project and boom, yeah, that doesn't matter. All right. Any other question?
Harshal, I have
Yes.
one more question. Like,
Sure.
could you show me one more time how to get the test case from like whatever test case I created in 8.4? Because I have already, you already showed me, but can you show it one more time?
Yeah. So I don't want you to mess up your stuff, but if you go to the user IntelliX, first of all, you need to find out what project you have open. Okay. In your 8.4, if you open that up, it will point you to some project, and this is the path to that project.
Okay.
So you need to go to this folder, right? And copy everything except couple of things. Okay. So I'm in this folder. I'm not going to copy the Git thing, but I'll copy settings up to the project file. Let's see, where is the PRJ file? So our front Git demo, I don't really need this PRJ file that I'm copying out because if other project will already have a PRJ file. Okay. So certain things it will all PRJ file you don't want to copy. So there are two files, Git and the PRJ project file. Other than that, you can copy everything else and dump it in the whichever folder you want.
Okay.
It will most likely point to a different folder. So you just overwrite it here and paste it basically.
Okay.
Yeah. But do that later on. If your 8.4.1 is working, then I would suggest you stick to it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll try.
Yeah. But once it expires, then it's not, you're not going to lose anything. It's on your hard disk, those projects. So you'll be fine. Whatever new account you create, you can just copy paste it right after that in the new one.
But always save it. Click on the save button. Don't forget that.
Yes. Yep. Well, you will learn otherwise hard way. You will lose some work and then you will figure out.
It's a good thing. You'll practice again.
That's right.
Okay. We need a lot of practice.
Yes, yes. So I think, yep, I think you will get a chance to practice, I think, this week as well, looks like. So, yep. But I'll confirm, as I said, I'll confirm tomorrow. So just for now, we are still on for Saturday, but I'll confirm by noon tomorrow. Okay, just look for my email if there is any change.
Yeah. So we'll have, otherwise we'll have 2nd and 8 and 9. 9th.
Yeah, so Sunday we will definitely have Sunday, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, and then project work will be on the next weekend.
Yeah.
But review of the project will be on Sunday instead of Saturday. So.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I think then I think looks like everybody's good for now, at least. So we'll touch base. I'll touch base with you guys tomorrow, and we'll regroup this weekend. Yep.
Sure.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
All
good
right.
night, Harshal.
Okay.
Good night,
All
Dilip.
Right.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.